This is the Well Say community. We're here every Sunday morning, and we always open with a libation. I'm sorry? Every other. Well, we're live here every first and third Sunday, and we're on Zoom every Sunday. And I'm going to ask Brother Ustadi if you want to pour a libation for us this morning, my brother. And Ustadi is coming. Thank you, my brother. Thank you to the sounds of Maat, our musical accompaniment, who is always here, led by Father David and Brother Will on the keyboard. Yeah, right.
Greetings, each and every one this morning. I pray that all is well with each and every one out there that's watching us. This is the time that we take out to pour libations to honor those who have got us this far by faith. Yes. Not only by faith, but by might. So we're going to pour libation. I will start off by saying, for all my brothers and sisters.
Could you speak a little louder, please?
Oh, I'm sorry. Can you hear me? Yes. Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay. So we're here. We're blessed to see another day. And those who shoulders that we literally stand on this one, the shoulders that we might not know, but they are shoulders that got us this far by faith. So what I'm going to do right now, this is a ritual, and no entity within the African nation can be separated from the African ancestors. Yes. Because when we get separated from the African ancestors, we're really separated from our gift of our ancestors. Yeah. Yes. Talking about our African ancestors. So what we're gonna do, they was doing it before I was born. We're gonna be pouring libations afterward. We're after them gone. Yes. So this is why we're doing it. It's not merely rituals, it's understanding. Understanding what is our role here today and why we're here today. So the first libation I'm gonna pour is for those ancestors who did not even make it to the boat. Yeah, we're gonna say that. Pour libations for those not only that come to America, come to Brazil, come to the islands, went to the Arabs, because Arabs was the first slavery in what you call it, they were the first enslaved people that the Arabs, let me clarify this. The Arabs was the first slave traders. They enslaved us first. So assalamu alaikum on that. I'm just saying, not blocking nobody, because you gotta know your history. That's why I say you do not get separated from your African ancestors, because when you separate from your African ancestors, you lose your African ancestors. Yeah. So I'm gonna say, I say to that. I'm gonna pour a libation for those we lost in the middle past. Don't know how many. I'm gonna say I say to that. I'm gonna pour a libation for all those who ran off the plantation after they got here. So I say all those Africans who had their own towns after slavery and it was burned down. We're gonna say I say.
Come and be with us.
This is why we do it. to keep our memories alive, and also to not to separate from our African ancestors. Because we want to always remember, we must have our African ancestors so we can get our gift from them. Okay, the next one, I'm gonna pull out every time I say that gift is very important because gift is your destiny. Whether you play music, whatever you do, that's your destiny.
I say.
That's why we do that. So I'm gonna pour libation for destiny. Okay, I'm gonna pour libation for all of our heroes and sheroes. I'm gonna start off with my sheroes. There's so many sheroes. Queen Mother Moore.
Ashe, come and be with us.
Do you know what country you're in? And if you say America, she's gonna slap. But she's gonna slap you like this. You do not live in America if you said America. Why she was saying? Because America consists of North America and it's Canada and Mexico. So you live in the United States. So pour a libation for my Queen Mother Moore. Pour a libation for Queen Zinga out of
Ashe, come and be with us.
my country, you're free. Pour a libation for same thing with Santawa out of Ghana.
Ashe, come and be with us.
Because we got to respect our sisters. We don't respect our sisters. There's an important reason why we must always pour libations for our sisters.
Say that.
Because there, if you teach a man, you teach an individual. When you teach a woman, you teach a nation. Can I get a say that? Okay. So we're born. We're born libations for they say behind every good man there's a good woman. Betty Shabazz.
I say.
Ashe, come and be with us.
King.
I say.
Ashe, come and be with us.
Come on, brother.
Winnie Mandela.
Winnie Mandela.
Ashe, come and be with us.
You can see that's where we come from. So to Amy Gardner, there was two of them, same name.
Ashe, come and be with us.
All I'm saying to you, I appreciate each and every one that understand the power of a woman,
Yes,
and the power of a man, and the power of a nation. Power of the nation is simply the smallest entity is the family.
Say that.
For the family.
I say.
Ashe,
And I'm gonna say, is there anyone out there that want to say something?
Sister Makinya Sibeko Kouete.
I say.
Thank you, my brother. Queen of Kwanzaa.
Teresa Lewis and Robert Thornton.
Ashe.
Ashe, come and be with us.
I say.
My mother and father, Mr. and Mrs. Leroy and Hazel Conway. Ashe, Ashe, come and be with us.
Come be with us.
Ashe. Is there any more? If not, I'm gonna close this out.
I'm in Pink Pocket.
Yes, Ashe. I reached Queen to pass.
Saint Oneday Ruth, St. John William Coltrane, and his wife Taria Sagitananda Alice Coltrane. Ashe, Ashe, come and be with us.
Malcolm Jamal Warner.
Ashe.
Ashe, come and be with us.
Ashe.
Lizelle Williams.
Ashe.
Ashe.
Come and be with us.
Ashe. I will now close this with three Ashes. Ashe. 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 So let it be.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah. Okay, now we're gonna have simple prayer given to us by our minister, Valley Kofi Lake. Oh, now we have, yeah, I saw.
That's Malik Kofi Unamki. As we come together, circle up, I think we're all living witnesses of the power of prayer.
Yes.
Ashe.
Yes, yes, yes.
I know my family prayed me into the homes. Another difference between when they prayed for me and when I wasn't willing to pray for myself. So in the power of reciprocity, let us begin to pray. Also, we always want to keep in mind our cherished lead minister of Sacramento congregation who is able to.
I say.
Heavenly divine one, creator, the living essence of life, the bringer and provider of all things. We just humbly bring ourselves before you in humility. We say thank you. First and foremost, to thank you. Thank you for a happy life and for you see fit to raise us up one more day to be amongst the land of the living. We praise you and we honor you for that gift. We also humbly present ourselves before you, knowing that without you, we would be empty vessels. So now we humbly say thank you and bless you because you touched our lives. You've moved us. You've embraced us and loved us, even when we couldn't love ourselves. And so we know that you're the one to approach in our times of need. Yes, for there are many needs, some expressed by those who are here present with you, but also those outside of the circle, those in our community at large, and also to our church family and the Mosaic community. For our personal families, for our personal selves, we have many needs. But we also want to thank you for the many gifts and many blessings, the clothes on the back, the shoes on the feet, the homes we live in, the family of loved ones that we share our lives with. I want to thank you and praise you for those things and ask that you look out for those who are struggling. To touch those lives who may be unhoused, who may be feeling unloved, those that are out struggling, trying to become better people, and also those who may be lost. Help them, be a light for them, and lead them towards you. We also want to humbly say that we are proud that you have invested your spirit with us. And so we ask that you help us to be beacons to others. That first and foremost, we take those blessings you've shared with us and strengthen ourselves so that we can also reach out and touch others. We want to thank you for that precious gift. We want to thank you for that spirit of love. And we want to humbly just beseech you to help us identify those whom we can touch, whom we can hold, whom we can care for, and we can continue to share also what you have so graciously given to us. We also ask you for your forgiveness in the times when we fall short and help us to extend forgiveness to those who also may fall short. And for all of us who will at some point in time fall short. We praise you, we thank you for the love and the grace, both great things, large and small, for our children, for our families, for all those who love us, and those who may not know us, but we love you, Father. This is all we give unto you, and the divine enemy, the essence of love and knowledge. Ashe. Amen.
Amen. I say. So greet each other, hug, and kiss, and tell. And we're going to get ready for the affirmation, which is going to be read by Brother Muhammad. Can we put the affirmation on the screen, Minister Bill?
Morning, everybody. How's everybody? First off,
Good, brother. Good morning, brother.
great to see everybody. Can we please stand as we say this beautiful affirmation once of ourselves into the community as well? Shay,
I say.
we will know God's truth to be free and self-determined.
Creator,
Help us to remember the humanity, glory, and suffering of our ancestors, and to honor the struggle of our elders.
Let us strive to bring a new vision to life to our people. Let there be peace and harmony amongst us.
Let us be loving, sharing, and creative. Let us work, study, and listen so we may learn and cultivate.
Self-reliance.
Grant us power of holiness as we struggle to recognize our hearts and in our homes.
Raise our children according to the needs of our nation. Participation, devotion, and courage. Strive to be the living models of the new direction of our people.
We are an African people. We are
Children of
God.
God.
Right. Thank you, Brother Muhammad. Okay, we've been faced with a few challenges this morning, but we're going to keep moving on. We've come to the announcements. And we have a few announcements, and then when I'm finished, we're going to ask Sacramento to share their announcements. Okay, our announcements this morning. Announcements Sunday, July 27th. The first announcement is that it's last chance tomorrow, Monday, July 28th, we're going to start our new member orientation class. If you want to be a full member of BOSE, if you want to be one of these smiling faces on the screen, that's a full member of BOSE. You have to take this class. So if you're interested in taking the class, contact me sometime today. Second announcement, next Sunday, we are going to honor our mama, Ngina Lockett, who transitioned to Ancestor earlier this year. So next Sunday, we're going to have a service dedicated to her in her honor. And it'll be here live at BOSE in Oakland. Congratulations to Sister Malachite, who was the first ever Uno champion of WOSE. We have activities every second Friday, and second Friday of July. We had an Uno championship, and Sister Malachi, who was a good friend of Sister Dayani, came and won. So next, the second Friday in August, we're having two championships. One is going to be for Simon, which is a memory championship. Simon is a memory game. And the other is going to be bid whist. And I just found out this morning that Mama Fu is going to be my partner. So if you're going to play bid whist, you're going to get spanked, right, Mama Fu? For sure, she said. All right. So that's going to be Friday, August the 8th, 6 to 9, family games and pizza. Next is on Saturday, August the 16th, right here, I will say, along with the Maafa Commemoration Committee and the UNIA, which is Marcus Garvey's, the organization Marcus Garvey started, is having a program, the Honorable Marcus Garvey Birthday Celebration. We're going to have a discussion celebrating the man, the movement, the vision, and practical Pan-Africanism today. Our keynote speakers will be our Queen Mother, Keisha Evans, from right here at WOSE, and also Brother Jabari, who is the president of the UNIA. It's going to be free admission. We're going to serve lunch, and there'll be some African dance and other music. And that's all that I have. I do want to wish traveling graces to Barbara David and Mama Latrice and family who are leaving tomorrow, I understand. Headed to Ghana, huh? Oh, and Sankar, are you going? The whole family's going. Jeremiah's going as well. They're leaving tomorrow to go to Ghana. Yes. So traveling grace. And Baba Ustadi wanted to bring some announcements. So Baba Ustadi, please come forward.
Greetings once again, everyone. I don't know if people get emails or whatever you call them, but our own professor, Brother Manu Kamkamp, he's currently in Ethiopia. He's doing a documentary. He's in the Gambela. That's where he is. It's in Ethiopia. It's the south south southeast of Ethiopia, and he currently is doing a lot. He's doing a documentary. He has a total of 9 people on his video crew, his documentary crew. One is a person with a gun, weapon. Don't say gun, weapon, and he currently asking us, as we'll say, he ain't asking, I'm asking, as we'll say, people, that we can all participate. How can we participate? If we doing something today in reference to sacrificing, then he's our own. He's our member.
Yes.
That's who he is. He don't play. So he says if you really want to help, then contribute. Contribute. So I thought it would be a good. He did not say that. I'm saying that, so I'm taking that out of context. But I think a lot of times we don't support those who come back and do all the work. And it's not easy being in the bush. Mud, water, he can't move some days. I mean, he just would lay it out. So what I would like if for everybody who's listening, that if you're going to give a donation, make the donation to Oakland, Oakland, we'll say. So then that way we can have send as from Oakland we'll say now because we're all one. Oakland and Sacramento
Yes,
is all
yes,
one.
yes. Say
But I
that.
just want to let him know that he might be stuck in the mud, missing bills, running out of gas and all this stuff. He said that we got your back.
Right.
Because when he come in here with this document, I guarantee you, he gonna lay it down for you. The question is, are we even gonna lay it down for him? Okay, I really appreciate that.
So tell them to put on the donation that it's for Manu.
Yeah, when you donate, please put it on your collection that is for Manu. So then that way we get it all here in Oakland, and then what we could do, we could send him a love package. That's what we call it. Send him a love package.
I say.
Plus, brother's he's doing work. He's really doing work, and I gotta respect him because he's a youngster. I mean, I really respect. And so we gotta start respect. Now that's number one. Number two. Haiti. Huh? Haiti. Okay, number two, I missed, I was in a meeting yesterday, so I missed how you put this thing on, what you call that? Chat, I have it. But anyway, I have a flyer here that says, we must not be silent. 500,000 Haitians to be deported from the U.S. by Trump, the criminal.
Yes.
Come show your support for Haiti. When Saturday, August 9th, 2025, time 1:30 to 3 p.m. to 3 p.m. Square 981 89th Avenue. That's my place. Haitian speakers. Haiti was robbed. Reparation, yes. Deportation, no. Sponsored by the Pan-African People's Organization. Then I have my number down for the contact. Now, on this conversation, I would like all of the brothers that are part of ZOP, which Manu in, name this, am I right?
That's true.
If you're here, please come and support it. Because this is a work in progress. That's what it is. We can all talk. But let's talk together like we said, okay?
Give the date again.
The date is August 9th, from 1:30 to 3 o'clock. At 981, whoever been in my place is gonna be in my place.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
Okay, now the third one is the third one is August is Black August. It's named after it was started when Jonathan George Jackson, they both got killed in August.
Yes.
So there's a few things happening. So it's good that we're doing Marcus Garvey. I'm doing this. So it's a lot of things happening. So we can all get involved.
Yes, say that.
Ourselves.
Say that.
We ain't got to talk. We got to complain. We do not have to come up. You saw what happened up in New York. They came from Hazen. Hazen ran them boys out. So, I mean, we really got to understand what time it is. That's all I got to say.
All right.
Power to the people.
Ashe. All right, Sacramento.
Thank you, Bob.
What's that? Let me have a copy of that.
Oh, you gonna give me 10.
No, I'm not gonna put it in the chat.
So for Sacramento, good afternoon, family. Good morning, family. We just have a couple of quick announcements. First, we want to thank everybody for coming and celebrating with us last Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. It was a fabulous time. We just want to say Asante Sana for those who were able to attend in person, for all the people that worked on the committee and all the volunteers that showed up and rolled up their sleeves. We thank so much for all of those who sent us video messages, just everybody who was a participant. We just want to thank you so much. It was really a wonderful celebration, and I'm just so grateful. I'm speaking for the committee and the committee chair, Mama Doris. Thank you. And
Yes.
then just a reminder that on Mondays and Fridays at 5:30 in the morning, you can join us for intercessory prayer. And I will put the phone number in the chat. We'd love to see you there. Prayer is so important. And that's it. Thank you.
Ashe.
Just want
Alright.
to add that the prints of the painting are available to order if you're interested. And I thank Barbara Ty for sending that out.
Thank you, Minister Doris. Thank you, Sister Mama Saraswati. And now we're gonna have music from the Sounds of Maat.
Good morning, Wilson. That's a little bit better. We're gonna do a little original composition named Iwa. He's gentle character, Yoruba concept.
Ashe, ashe, ashe. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And let me remind you all that when Barbara David says it's original, it means they wrote that. He wrote that. Beautiful, Barbara David. All right. We have come to that time in our service that we call our historical tribute. It's a time that we take out each and every Sunday to pay honor, to pay homage, to pay tribute to some significant, not necessarily famous, but significant person, place, or event in our history. And seems I haven't done a tribute in a long, long time, it seems, but I have the honor and the pleasure of doing it this morning. All right. Yeah, okay. Okay, so this morning I want to start with this brother. The tribute's not about him, but I'm showing him because Muhammad Ali, when he first started his career, was hated. He was hated by white America. They hated him. He was the first prominent person to become a Muslim and change his name, and they refused to call him by his Muslim name. They kept calling him by his, we call it slave name, Cassius Clay. And they took his title away from him. But anyway, even though he was hated in America, he was loved in conscious Black America. We loved him, okay? The person whose tribute I'm doing this morning is kind of the opposite. He was loved by white America when he started, and consequently we hated him. Well, hate is a strong word. We didn't like him a whole lot in the beginning, but at the end, yes. But at the end, he was universally loved as well. Okay. Now, most of us will remember him as the kindly old gentleman who sold the grill that was in his name, right? So this morning's tribute is going to be on Brother George Foreman, who we lost this year. And I'm going to start my tribute at the end. George Foreman was born on January the 10th, 1949. That's just 8 months before me or so. And he died, like I said, this year in March 21st of this year. Okay. Now, George had 12 children, right? 12 children, 5 boys. All the boys were named George. And he had one daughter who was Georgetta, okay? You know, when we first knew George Foreman, he was a big, strong, good-looking, unbeatable boxer. You know, he couldn't be beaten. And he first came to prominence in the 1968 Olympics. Now, if we remember 1968, that was the height of the Black Power movement. And many people wanted blacks to boycott the Olympics, but we went, and we won in the Olympics. And there were two iconic pictures that came out of those Olympics. The first was this. This is brother John Carlos and Tommy Smith. They won, came in first and third in the 200 meters. Oh, wait a minute, oops. Came in first and third in the 200 meters. And when they played the national anthem from the victory stand, they raised their fist in a Black Power salute. Now, they were both supposed to bring gloves, but John Carlos forgot his gloves, so they shared a pair of gloves. That's why John Carlos is raising his left hand and not his right hand, right? But they were both shoeless and wearing black socks, and they said that was to represent black poverty. Smith wore a black scarf around his neck to represent black pride. John Carlos had his tracksuit top unzipped to show solidarity with all blue-collar workers in the U.S. and wore a necklace of beads, which he described as were for those individuals that were lynched or killed and that no one said a prayer for, and that were hung and tarred. He also said it was for those that were thrown off the side of boats during the Middle Passage. So that's where they were, and that's where we were. The other iconic picture from the 1968 Olympics is this. George Foreman waving an American flag after he won his gold medal. Now, they said that George Foreman won the Olympics because he was waving an American flag. Like I said, America loved George Foreman, and us, not so much. Okay. America loved George Foreman, and us not so much. So after he won his gold medal, he turned pro, and over the next 3 years, he had 37 fights, and he won 37 fights, right? 33 of them by knockout. Now, for those of you who are too young to remember George Foreman, but remember Mike Tyson, George Foreman was Mike Tyson before Mike Tyson. But fighters were afraid of George Foreman. They were afraid to get into the ring. He was, yeah.
Bigger and punched harder.
That's right. Bobby Davis said he was bigger and he punched harder, and that's absolutely true. Okay, so after his 37 wins, it was time for him to fight for the championship. So he's fought his brother by the name of Joe Frazier. All right, Joe Frazier had been undefeated, and Joe Frazier had just beaten Muhammad Ali. They had a 15-round fight. It was a close fight, 15-round fight, and Joe Frazier actually knocked Muhammad Ali down in the 15th round. Okay, and he won, like I said, a close fight. So now he's going to take on George Foreman, who towered over him, as you can see here. And this is the only fight that Frazier ever went into up to this point as an underdog. So he went on to fight George Foreman, and this is what happened. In that fight, we heard a phrase that stayed with us forever.
Well, they're trying to psych each other out.
Hold on.
I think Joe is hurt. Angie Dundee, Ali's trainer, right next to me is saying it. You may hear him. Down goes Frazier! Down goes Frazier! He is as poised as can be.
Down goes Frazier. Down goes Frazier. Well, that was the first time. That was the first time Joe Frazier had ever been knocked down.
Foreman is all over Joe Frazier. Frazier is down again, and he may be. No, he is rising. He is game. He doesn't know where he is.
And that was
now
the
the round
time
is about to end.
Joe Frazier
Two
had ever
knockdowns.
been knocked down. Let's see.
In the first round of Joe Frazier. Down again. No saving by the bell.
And that's the third time Joe Frazier was ever knocked down.
He's up, and so the fight
Now for this next
continues.
one, I'm going to show you something that I had
Knockdowns.
never seen before and have never seen since. But this is, it seemed to me that Joe Frazier was actually running and got hit in the back of the head and knocked out.
All over
Knocked down.
Frazier again. He has Frazier in the corner. Frazier's knees buckled. He is down. He is down for the fourth time in the fight.
Okay, that's the fourth time he ever got knocked down. But the brother was game. I'll give him to him. He kept coming back.
In October of 1968, in the Mexico City Arena, a quick left from George. Another. Frazier is down for the fifth time in this fight.
Okay, and like Bobby Davis said, there's one more.
It is target practice. Frazier is ready to go again. Joe is standing. There he goes. 3 times. 3 times. The fight is stopped. No, it is not. It is not stopped. Angie Dundee is screaming, stop it. Bertie Pacheco, Ali's doctor next to me. It is over. It is over. It is over in the second round. George Foreman is the heavyweight champion of the world.
So George Foreman, at the age of 24, became the heavyweight champion of the world. Okay. So now, when you're the champion, what do? You fight. And who's left to fight? You got to fight the best. So yes, so they called for a fight between George Foreman and Muhammad Ali. Okay. And they staged it. They called it the Rumble in the Jungle. It was in Zaire, Africa. Okay. Now, let me remind you. George Foreman had just beaten Joe Frazier, had pulverized him, well, I won't say that, but knocked him down several times, and Frazier and Ali had fought a close fight. People were saying, and I was one of them, Ali should not fight Foreman. I was the biggest Ali fan there is, but we think Ali cannot beat Foreman. Don't go in the ring with Foreman. People were worried that Foreman might literally kill Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali had been off for 3 years. He'd only had 3 fights before he fought Frazier and lost. And now this was only his 4th fight, or his 5th fight. And so we were thinking, Ali, don't do it. But Ali said, no, I got this, I got this. So, and it was said that if Foreman ever got Ali against the ropes, that Foreman would kill him, literally kill him. So they go into the ring. Oh, before I go that. So Ali came to Africa, and Ali was the most popular, or was the most recognizable face in the world at the time. So he came to Africa, and he came to be with the people. He ran through the neighborhoods. He had people run with him. He trained in public, and everybody loved him. Foreman, yes.
Why was Muhammad Ali the most popular person in the world at the time?
Why? Because he was Muhammad Ali. He was the heavyweight champ. He was there for black people, and white folks didn't like him. You know, he was more popular, more recognizable than the president of the United States. All right. So anyway, did you want to add something to that? So anyway, go ahead.
Just that he had already refused to fight in the Vietnam War.
That's right.
That every time that he was interviewed on TV interviews, he always spoke up for his people. He always was a straight shooter and criticized the United States White Society for what it was.
That's right.
And he didn't pull any punches.
And they hated him.
And they hated
they
him.
hated
They
him.
wanted to see him go down.
Yeah. Okay. George Foreman, on the other hand, so Ali came to Africa. He trained with the people, and they came up with this chant: Ali Boumaye, Ali Boumaye, which actually means Ali kill him. You know? And the reason, and they didn't like George Foreman. He came and he was a loner. He didn't interact with the people. And the biggest thing he did was he brought his German Shepherd with him, right? Now, Zaire used to be the Belgian Congo. And when it was the Belgian Congo, when they were colonized by the Belgians used German Shepherds to police black people, much like they did in this country, right? The Belgians used German Shepherds to police black people. And George Foreman came to Africa with a German Shepherd. Okay, so they didn't like him. They didn't like him, so they wanted Ali to win. And again, they said that if George Foreman ever got Ali against the ropes, that he would kill him. And they literally, they weren't talking figuratively. They were saying he might actually kill him. So Ali goes into the ring, and what does he do? He lays against the ropes and invites Foreman, keeps inviting Foreman, come hit me, George, come hit me. Ali laid against the ropes. That's all you got, George? You can't hit? He kept taunting George Foreman, the biggest man in boxing, he's big, he's undefeated, he's strong, the strongest man, and Ali's laying against the rope taunting him. You can't hit George. And he did that for 7 rounds. For 7 rounds. And then he got tired of doing that, and the 8th round came.
Very even fight. Ali, a sneaky right hand. Another sneaky right hand. This time he works over the shoulder of Foreman. Watch it. And that was
Now,
no phantom. That was
he could have
no
hit him again, but he said, nah, I don't need
That
to.
was no phantom punch, and he's down and out.
So I consider this the greatest moment in sports history. So I'm showing it again. Showing it again.
He'd been taking it easy, and then suddenly the moment came. Watch it. And that was no phantom. That was no phantom punch. That was no phantom punch.
So Ali
And
called
he's
laying
down
against the
and
rope.
out.
He called it a rope attack. And Foreman was
However
the
many
dope that
times
fell
you
for.
look at that, it's the clearest punch you could see. George Foreman down on the floor. No phantom punch.
So Muhammad Ali used to say, if you even dream of beating me, you better wake up and apologize, right? And after this fight, he said to the press, if I tell you that a mosquito can pull a plow, don't ask questions, just hook him up. So that was Muhammad Ali. Now, so George Foreman, after the fight, he was devastated. He didn't think there was any way he'd lose this fight, especially like that. He'd never been knocked down before. So he didn't fight for over a year. He took a year off. Afterwards, he tried to get a rematch with Ali, but he never did. okay? So in 1970, so he's trying to get his prominence back. So in 1975, they came up with this scheme that Foreman would fight 5 men on the same night, right? So he fought 5 people, 3 rounds apiece. He knocked all 5 of them down. He won all 5 fights, knocked all 5 down. In the last round, the guy knocked him down, but he was able to get up and knock him down, okay? So he kept fighting. And then in 1977, he suffered the second loss of his career, and he got beaten really bad. And he said he had what he called the near-death experience. And though he was not a religious man, he prayed to God for help and said he sensed that God was telling him to change his life and change his ways. And so Big George retired from boxing, became a born-again Christian, and became a minister. So now it's Minister George Foreman. And that should have been the end of the story, but it wasn't. 10 years later, he was retired for 10 years. 10 years later, he decided he wanted to fight again. He got back in the ring at the age of 38, and he started winning. He's fighting, he's winning. So he fought for over 3 years, and he had 23 fights. He did have a championship fight against Evander Holyfield in 1991, but he lost, right? And so that should have been the end of the story, but he kept fighting. And then again on November the 5th, 1994, he fought the then champion Michael Moorer at the age of 45, and he won the fight. So at the age of 45, he became a heavyweight champion for the second time and the oldest heavyweight champion ever. And he still is the oldest heavyweight champion ever. And that, Bose, is the end of the story. So this morning's service is dedicated to the businessman, the minister, the pitchman, the 2-time world heavyweight champ, the oldest man ever to hold a heavyweight championship, our ancestor who we lost this year, Brother George Foreman. May his name live and his spirit dwell in the hearts and the minds of our people forever and ever and ever. Thank you, we'll say. And now more from the sounds of Maat. While I go pour a libation. For your ancestor George Foreman.
All right, Will, put you back on because you were clapping. All right, so see if you can find your way back. Will has never heard this song before.
Have I heard it?
Latrice may have heard this song before. That's where we're at. Let's come down to this.
That isn't good, I hope. Oh, I thought we started to keep my day job. I'm unemployed. Okay.
Frustration, mass hide and shame.
song is before he gets to play it.
Can we give it up one more time for the band? I don't know what folks are doing in other places under whatever circumstances they're under, but I know it feels good to know that we got people who are professional, grade, willing to come in here and share that music and share that love with us. Original pieces. So we're talking creativity, ingenuity, we're talking about letting raw shine through them. I'm appreciative. So I just want to take that moment to say we thank you. All of you. Carla Songbird, that young man that she's caring for, and him too, great contribution. Now we're going to go to the Litany of Sacrifice. And this is our time where we give to Jose, we give to Jose Oakland, we give to Jose Sacramento, we give towards whatever projects and programs and events that you are aware of that you would like to give some special funds towards. You just want to make sure that you indicate that. If you're doing it online or if you're using an envelope, that you specify who it's going towards, if it's not general giving. There is a lot to do, and we can get it done. We just have to be consistent, and we have to be willing. And in that may look different to everybody. You know, some have more, some have less, some have time, some have talent. But we just ask that you do something, right? So, got it. So we're gonna. I'm gonna go from the Litany of Sacrifice. No, okay, that's fine. So I'm gonna start out with the official part. Guys, no other ones. That's fine. Litany of Sacrifice is and books that there should be one somewhere here where we can see. Well, that wasn't bad. That's the 15th of published 20 minutes. So I'm just gonna start out.
No name? No name? Okay, put it back in there. Let me get one.
Save us, O
Holy One, thy name, vindicate us, is by your might. Hear my prayer, divine protector. Listen to the word. Did you want one of these? Where? You want one of these?
The gifts that we do to us.
We will save the cause of salvation, called on God.
We will fulfill our vows, our creator, in the presence of all our people. Gladly we bring our sacrifices to you. We will praise your name, all our God, for it is good. Unity. We shall strive to maintain unity in the family, community, nation, and race. We shall align, pray, and sing for us. Uchima, collective work and responsibility. We shall build and maintain our communities together. Our brothers and sisters' problems shall be ours to solve together. Together shall build and maintain our yeah. Purpose. We shall make our collective vocation the building and developing of our community and the restoration of our people to our traditional greatness.
Creativity. We should do as much as we can in any way we can. Leave our community.
Money, faith. We will believe in all our hearts, in our God, our people, and in the righteousness and truth.
No. Oh, yeah, she's there.
I'm just going to really quickly read something from the Book of Education in Priscilla, on page 119. The Book of Education on page 117. It is the 15th stanza, and it says, I shine like Ra daily. I establish truth and expel falsehood. I open the doors which are in the abyss below. I am this friend of Ra, weary with wounds. I am given strength through wisdom. I have found the ferry boat which was lost in its floodwaters, and I have brought it to land. I have gone forth in it and have ferried across. I have directed my feet to the right place. I have extended my arms. I have established rule in the heavens and taken possession of the earth. And the exalted ones of heaven are pleased by it. And I chose to read that stanza because it's about doing what needs to be done.
Yes.
Ashe. Divine Creator Most High, we thank you. We thank you for this opportunity to come together as a community. We thank you for the opportunity to give what we have in order to help our unified goals, big or small. We know that you see it all and that you know our hearts, you know our pockets actually, and you know that we are wanting to always be a part of this objective, a part of this goal, a part of this power, a part of this unity. That's why we're here on the line. We want to just say thank you again for this Sunday, this day of being with our people and being able to stand up and stand out and say, I am here, see me, know what I can do. We say Ashe. 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 Ashe.
Money.
Okay, it's now been brought to my attention that. Yeah, that much who we just watched? George Foreman. Now I want to bring to podium our lead minister.
Yes.
And, you know, we do this at Rose. Sometimes we just get in sync with things and we just continue in sync and we just go, how did that happen? You know how it happened. Yeah. He and she, our God, knows how. Okay. So I'm gonna bring some big shoulders up here for you. Big shoulders. I'm gonna bring the one who said when something needed to be done, which was that Rose Oakland needed a lead minister who was gonna lead from Oakland, in Oakland, at the podium, talking to and about Oakland.
Yes.
That he stepped up.
Yes. Yes.
And he continues to be consistent.
Yes.
In that effort. Continues to say, if you come, I'm gonna come too, and we're gonna make this thing happen. Continues to. You know, we are all at some point of learning. We are all at some point of growth. We are all at some point of figuring it out. But I'm glad to say that even in my big old fucked up self, that this man can bring me something for me to take away with me.
Yes. Yes.
So the next time
Yes.
please come forward. Yes, yeah.
Oh. Yeah.
Like, hey, see, that's what I'm talking about. That like all good presenters, you gotta have theme music. At least some intro music.
Yeah.
So, I've been trying my best, because I know how creative David is, to get him to just commit to have an ongoing theme song. So it's like, you know, everywhere I show up, we play that music. Every time I come through the back door or the front door, you play the music. Thank you for that, Santi Son. So I had the pleasure and the honor of attending the 40th anniversary celebration for Sacramento.
Yeah.
And it inspired me. It was done awesome.
Yes, yes.
And it inspired me to really bring this part of the reason why I'm bringing this message this day. I always though, well, I try every time I come before you all to refer to Lucia for a prayer to open it up. So on page 33, stanza 4, second paragraph. Helmsman, do not let your ship go astray. Life giver, do not let the people die. Provider, do not let the people perish from need. Shade, do not let the people become dry in the sun. And protector, do not let the crocodiles seize the people and drag them away.
Yeah.
There was not long ago, we were honored with Minister Imhotep to come and share with us live from Sacramento. And he mentioned a particular theme. And also at the 40th anniversary, there was this theme called soul power.
Soul power.
Now me, I'm a James Brown aficionado. To the point when I was young and able, I used to do the skate, the camel walk. Oh yeah, backslide. And I thought I was the thing. And, you know, so let me tell the story. I was very, very accurate. And I knew almost all the James Brown theme song. What we need, soul power. So it excited me to see that be the theme, soul power.
Soul power.
It brought a question to my mind, which I want to talk about today, if you allow me to. Our overall theme for the year is strive to thrive in 25.
Yes.
That's how we keep hope alive.
Yes.
And today our theme will be, we will use soul power to build on.
Yes.
Well, first of all, how did we get soul power? Well, I was led in a conversation I had with one of our newest members, Baba Muhammad. We had a conversation, and there's a book that is part of our sacred text, Stolen Legacy.
Yes.
There's the old version and the more updated version. And I admittedly had not read or looked beside Stolen Legacy for a long time, actually since when we did the ordination training. So that has been a few years ago. And you know the divine is working when without even trying, without even thinking, you get guided to some stuff that on your own, especially your own intellect, you wouldn't have got there. So here I had a conversation with my young brother, and then it led me to Stolen Legacy. Okay. And in Stolen Legacy, there is a conversation about what the Greeks took from Kemet. Now that is the starting point, because the Greeks have what's called the Athenian foundation, which is how the Western world, particularly the European Western world, has founded all of their philosophy, all their education, all their politics, all of their culture on the Greek way of doing things. What they failed to tell you all and other folks was they got that stuff from Africa, specifically Kemet. Pythagoras, Plato, Aristotle, Socrates, Euripides, Euclid, all those historic philosophers were trained and educated in Kemet.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes.
Hughes?
Yes. Correct.
And what they did in classic European shortcomings is they were given exposure in the Egyptian mystery system that came out with 10 virtues. Because the Greeks were less really informed and able to retain knowledge, they only ended up with 4 out of the 10. And that's Plato's cardinal principles. He took 4 of them, because he couldn't really understand all 10, and brought to them what they call 4 cardinal principles: justice, wisdom, temperance, and courage. Which, if you have been reading and studying as you should be, are very familiar terms, just used differently within Maat. And when Maat is applied, you come out with 10 virtues. Everybody with me right now?
Yeah.
I know you might not expect to go to class, but I think if we're going to say we're led by certain principles, first of all, we just can't be speaking them. We also have to understand where they come from and what they're intended to do personally. See, when we talk about virtues as opposed to principles, because in Kemet philosophy, as in all African philosophy, things work together. They are interconnected.
Yeah, say that.
So when you have Maat, which is your guidelines of moral living, you could have 10 virtues you can identify and recognize. Not because it's in a book somewhere, but it should be an expression or the outcome of you.
Yes, sir.
Okay, maybe in David talk. Yes, right there. See, it won't mean anything. It won't be much more than words on a piece of paper if it's not about how you live. That's why Kemet lasted thousands of years, and they were able to teach some other folks didn't look like them the understanding about how it is you should actually live. And now how intellectually you might want to study this.
Okay.
But we don't want to fall in the same trap. Ashe?
Ashe.
So you want to hear about those 10 virtues?
Yes, sir.
All right, I shall. In the program that we got at the 40th anniversary of Sacramento, they had a whole book, Soul Power.
Soul power.
And under it, well, on one side, is the 10 virtues. I will control my thoughts.
Yes.
I will control my actions. I will have devotion of purpose. I have faith in the ability of the master to teach the truth. I have a faith in my ability to assimilate the truth. I'll have faith in my ability to wield the truth. I will be free from resentment under the experience of persecution. I will be free from resentment under the experience of wrongdoing. I will cultivate the ability to distinguish right from wrong. I will cultivate the ability to tell the real from the unreal.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
That's a big, like, a huge meal. Yet, you are all capable of not only listening and hearing it, but understanding it and using it personally. Because we're all blessed with the divine element that we need in order to understand it. So that even son Carmen would understand it, even if he can't repeat all the words. So that any one of us, when we come to experience this, we'll see it, recognize it, and know the value it is. Because our best message to anyone else about how wonderful Maat is and how beautiful it is to live the way we live, how being Black is not a come down, but a come up, is the way we live. Shall I say that again? Maybe y'all not convinced. See, Black Lives Matter when the way we live demonstrates it. Not from a podium, not from a stadium, not on TV, not on radio, not from a podcast, but because our lives demonstrate that it's true. Because I showed you and you showed me Black lives truly matter.
Yes.
Because of the way we choose to live. I say.
I say.
And these 10 virtues will help you get there. Now, I know you might not believe that. You might be a little doubtful. Care to hear what I understand about it? It might kind of give you a hint about it.
But bring it.
Is it okay?
Bring it.
I need y'all to do more than shake your head. Then talk to me. Talk to me. So we can be reciprocal about this.
Yes.
Thank you, Sister Pam. Yeah, see, I don't know, when y'all was in other folks' churches, y'all should go ahead and all of that. It don't have to be absent here either.
Right.
I like that encouragement too, because I know you're with me,
Yes.
not just here.
Yes.
Are y'all with me?
Yeah.
Oh, you with me?
Yeah.
Young guy, are we with me? Come on now. That's what I want to hear, especially young folks. I know you all outside the I just have to check with everybody else. 1 and 2. Control of thought and control of action. That is actually emblematic of justice.
Yeah.
And the way you can demonstrate it is through self-awareness and self-discipline. See, it's undergirded. It ain't just a word. It's undergirded by something you have to demonstrate and you have to engage in. Self-awareness. If you don't understand yourself, how are you going to be talking to other people about how to work with themselves? Oh, somebody should be here. And you also have discipline.
Yes.
Yes.
Discipline. See, there's some do's and some don't do's. And if we don't practice those things, the skills we have might be some tiny. So, sometimes it's working, sometimes it's not. Yeah, understand this. Number 3, there's a devotion of purpose. Well, how do you demonstrate that you have a sense of purpose? Well, one of the things is you have to have a devotion to whatever it is you claim is supposed to be special to you. Oh, see, it ain't good enough just say, oh yeah, we're in agreement. What is it that you are devoted to? See, that's the difference. See, a sense of purpose doesn't take a day off. The sense of purpose is not just situational. The sense of purpose means wherever I be, so you should see my devotion to that purpose. Even if my purpose is simply to get a better job. How they gonna know to give you a promotion if you never ever ask for one in the way that you do your job?
Well,
and our purpose as spiritual people is supposed to take divine direction and head towards a goal of spiritual wholeness.
Yes.
It's called a holistic spirituality, where it touches mind, body, and spirit. Somebody come with me. See, it ain't gonna be no good if simply my toes get well and the rest of my body is sick. I hope everybody understands that basic thing. 4, 5, and 6 have to do with faith. Faith, as discussed in our Elusive Solomon, is about what it is that allows us to hold on to what we think is right. At the same time, it's about preparedness for doing something. Let me do that again. There's supposed to be a spirit about you that holds on to, this is what I'm supposed to be doing.
yes.
And then there's also a spirit that said, how do I get prepared to do what I'm supposed to do? Ain't none of us born walking, waking up and saying, oh yeah, I'm a minister. Oh yeah, I'm a scientist. Oh yeah, I'm an athlete. It is a preparation that we have to undergo. That's why the rites of passage that we're working on for the young people in Ilioma Day is so necessary. Because they're going to know what it is that, even though they might have skills and abilities, what are they supposed to be using it for? And if we don't have a sense of our own faith that it can happen, and it should happen, and it will happen, then how are we giving it to anyone else? Ain't that special? And see, our faith is very focused. Our faith, my ability to assimilate the truth. I have faith in my ability to wield the truth.
Yes, yes.
Thank you. And I also have faith in my ability of the master to teach the truth. Now, I trade the word master for mentor. Because in our enlightened times, master connotates a whole different thing.
Right.
And so mentor actually is accurate to what we're really saying. Because see, a mentor provides guidance and instruction, but doesn't have demands.
Mm-hmm. You all right? Come on.
Okay. That's a good between. See, when you have demands, then you come up with commandments. Things that people tell you to do because they assume you need them to tell you what's right or wrong. When you have a mentor, that is a position of guidance and advice and support and counseling as needed. Not because it emanates from you, but it emanates from the divine spirit that is using you.
Say that.
Yeah, see, you know, they have it twisted by certain words like anointed. A lot of times within this society, anointment is some type of authority given to a personal figure. That way they justify telling you what you should be doing.
Right, right.
And what you shouldn't be doing. See, the true anointment, divine spirit, touches you to be used in a way that will touch others, to all of us to get well spiritual. Because I need touching too, y'all. I need spiritual appeasement too, y'all. I need to be embraced and engaged and lifted up. I need to be inspired. It can't just be a one-dimensional thing, because our principles say we give and we receive and we receive and we give. That's what Maat teaches us. And then those three pieces of virtue, see, when I have faith, I know if I stay in the right place, if I do the right things, if I have the right attitude, if I engage myself with the rest of y'all, see, because we are our own guardians.
Yeah.
See, I'm not y'all guardian. Y'all are my guardian. Like my children are my guardians because they're all adults now. Oh, y'all didn't hear me.
Yes, it did.
Oh, yeah, parents need guardians too.
Yeah.
That's right. So that we can keep what we got and we get a measurement about whether we're within the guidelines that are morally responsible.
Well,
7 and 8, freedom. And I'm going to tell you, I had a personal challenge about free from resentment and free about persecution and wrongdoing. Speaking about the wrongdoing part, I'll say that first. Because boy, I ain't forgotten none of the first time anybody has stepped on my toe. Literally. I take my shoes off and I still wouldn't be mad at you. And I understand now that resentment is bondage.
Right.
Y'all hear me? See, resentment is bondage. Because when you have resentment and you do not let it go, see, there's a difference between acknowledging that you got hurt and making it known you got hurt. or that you did something inappropriate. Resentment is hanging on to that which has happened. On when it's happened. So it happened when I was 15, I'm 55, and I'm still hanging on to it. And that doesn't have nothing to do with whether or not you were hurt. It has everything to do with what has happened since the hurt.
Say that.
See, spiritually, we should never be resentful. We can be hurt because we're all human. We can struggle, we can have pain. Yet we also have a process that allows us to heal and go through that. If we don't go through, we get stuck. So if you are 60, you're still back when you was born or when you was hurt before 60. 60. Would you want to be locked up for 45 years? I don't think any of us want to be locked up at all. The issue of healing and holistic healing, which in the future we'll talk a little bit more about that. But see, that's the purpose. Because see, many of us have been healed or therapeuticized and approached, treated through linear Eurocentric methods. Which means it's one-dimensional. It touches one thing, but it don't touch everything. So you can get some medicine to make your body feel better, but it doesn't heal it. When you get something that makes your mind less stressed, but it doesn't remove the source of the stress. Because healing means I get beyond just the hurt. And I shouldn't still be stuck in the hurt. You hear me? You hear me, Ron? See, what many of you have experienced, like my sister Rhonda, is you've experienced trauma. You've experienced the hurt. What I love about Rhonda and the life she's been living in the short period of time I've known her is she ain't stuck in it.
Say that.
That's why she didn't hear it. She gets hurt. She gets challenged. Yet if she was stuck, I really wouldn't see her. But she's not stuck. And she's not alone. Most of you have a point in your life where you've been hurt. 99.9. Okay? There might be one exception. The challenge is not to avoid hurt, not to ignore hurt, or to pretend hurt never happened. What it is how do you heal holistically so you come out a more stronger, a more healthier, more complete person. Hurt is not to be an ongoing damage. Not if you're healed. And that's the shortcomings of the medical approach in this society. But Kemet was wise, and they provided a method. See, because part of our hurtness, even when we no longer even are around the people that may have hurt to us, may not no longer be in the situation that has injured us, we're still there because we haven't freed ourselves. Right. And to remove the bondage, we have to do a process that allows you to acknowledge the pain, acknowledge the hurt, and move past it. That's why we need each other. That's right. Because see, I need some alternatives to the madness and chaos I was born in. I know about y'all. I know that my lifestyle, part of it became because of who I was around while I was maturing. And it wasn't just like, oh, my mama treated me wrong. But there wasn't always good times. And some of it isn't because somebody personally injured you, but some of you it has. And it doesn't matter the source. What matters is the pain. And how do you get past that? Well, first of all, you have to free yourself from resentment by telling the truth. I've been hurt, and it still hurts. Then you also got to say, alone, I can't get better.
That's right.
Uh-oh.
We healing.
Walk with me. Walk with me.
Yes.
See, you still gotta show up certain places. If you're like me, you still gotta have children who you gotta be present for. You still got family members that still want to associate with you. You still have friends, work. You have situations where you have to be present.
Yes, yes, sir.
But how do you be there and truly be there as opposed to I'm just here? You got to free yourself from some things. And it ain't a one-shot deal. It's a process, y'all.
Yes.
And my art teaches you because it's a regular thing. My art is not a one-day activity. And the virtues you develop is at least a source of resentment, especially if you have done at least a part of removing yourself from at least that. Then the rest of it is your work inside.
Well.
And who is better qualified to do that than you?
That's right. That's
So,
right.
and then you also, there's a biblical phrase there's a lot said is, you know where your help comes from? The reason why you find out is once you get out of your own way,
Well.
then a teacher, a mentor, an advisor, a counselor can show up.
That's right.
And they and them are part of your healing process. They ain't gonna be there, or even if they're there, they ain't gonna be able to do no work until you stop being a blockage.
Well.
And resentment is a blockage. You see, I'm busy being mad.
Yes, sir.
I'm being pissed off. I'm so upset with this society and you knuckleheads that represent that society and all the people that look just like the people that hurt you when I was 12 and all the things that continue to remind me of how life just ain't the way it should be.
Right.
Oh, me.
Yes.
Yeah.
And while I'm stuck there, I don't even get to see the beauty of the other parts of life, which is all a part of the picture.
Yes, say that.
That self-justification that I should be mad at y'all always.
That's right.
Always. And then wonder why I just don't seem to have some happiness.
Well.
No true joy. Do not understand what that really feels like.
Yes. Yes.
And the challenge of what is offered in freedom is that you are at least free to acknowledge that there's more to life than the painful experiences.
That's right. Yeah.
And that's gotta be true. Otherwise, none of us would be sitting here now. And that's also true of our families and friends and the community around. Y'all hear me?
Yes.
9 and 10. It's about cultivation. Cultivate the ability to distinguish right from wrong. To me, it's the same thing as saying, telling the real from the unreal.
Well.
Yeah. All those two virtues. Because first, the cultivate. Anybody that's done a garden understand cultivation is a real important process if you want some vegetables.
Yes. Right.
You want an outcome from your planting. And there's also the preparation part where the soil has to be worked on, managed. And then there's the nurturing part where you put the water in. Oh yeah, tell us something. Otherwise you ain't gonna have good vegetables. Right. Because in cultivation, there's a process that takes you from the unknown to the known.
That's right.
Come on, somebody.
Yes.
See, the real and unreal is this in the basic sense. Real is more than what you know. The unreal is that which you have expected or feared or do not know. And to be able to sort that out, see, you have to cultivate that spirit that allows you to go, okay, this is okay grounds to bury these seeds in. The soil looks ready. I got enough water. I got enough nutrients. I got proper fertilizer. And let's make it happen, Captain. And we all know we plant the seed, but the divine makes the root. And vegetables. And the vegetables. And that allows us not to have to think We are the power.
Yes.
We're beneficiaries of the power. We can help support the power. But we're not the source of it. The divine is. And fortunately, we got a piece of that in us. So we can do the work. We can do the process. It goes back to what Minister Ronald was saying in her prayer when she was sharing that passage. The work is an important part of the process. See, when you cultivate, there's a process you engage in that allows you to learn some things and grow. Spiritually,
Yes.
mentally, and physically. Because see, we weren't born knowing all we needed to know to come out as healthy, holistic individuals. Right. Yet, if we engage that process of cultivation, see, then we get to figure some things out. And isn't it amazing that the more work you do on the inside, the better things on the outside improve, so that people who can help contribute to the process come along.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
And there'll be less people who are obstacles and people that are against you, and there's more people for you and supportive to your own process as well as theirs. That's why we need each other. Come on now. See, soul power has to do with the embracement of the process that does the work on the inside and the outside and with everyone we come in contact with. I ain't got to have a bullhorn on the corner. I can just be really true to the process with myself. And when I do it, I'm going to attract people who are also doing it. I know I ain't the only one. And then we all attracted, we all come together, and we are a source of soul power. So we have to study, we have to meditate, and we have to practice. You say that again. We have to study, we have to meditate, and we have to practice. See, because it ain't good enough just simply to talk about it.
Yes.
That's right.
I love conversation. I'm sure y'all, that's a big secret too. I love conversation. And most members of my family were very well spoken. We do what we like to conversate. The issue isn't speaking. It isn't talking. It is doing. We have to move it from this part where we get excited and we see something, and then it should move us to do something.
Right.
And then we first do it right here.
Well,
It should lead some changes within. Then I get so juiced. I get so excited. I get so touched that I walk over to Daniel and say, hey, I got some shit.
That's right.
And then she'll go, I got something to share with you. And I said, let's bring it up. And then next thing you know, we didn't talk to Rhonda. Said, Rhonda, we got something we want to share with you. I do too. And then the three of us, and eventually you have a community. A community based on virtues that have been thousands of years of being road tested. You know, the Bible has only been the Bible since the 1500s, in case y'all didn't know. And Kemet and the Egyptian mystery system and the secret order and the things that produce my eye are at least 10,000 years old. Documented, recorded. So all, in case you want comparisons and so forth, the issue I don't think is I have to convince you all. I don't. Y'all easy. Because you already been there. You're already in it. The issue is to encourage and inspire and motivate you to take it outside of you. To touch some other folks who need to hear this. Who need to have this. See, they want soul power too. What we need? What we need out of Saudi? Let's say that together. What we need? Come on now. What we need? They said black folks had rhythm. Black folks know how to do stuff. Anyway, what we need, what we need, what we need, what we need, what we want,
Soul power, soul power.
we gotta, we gotta get it. That's what I'm talking about.
That's right.
Soul power only gets real when we make it real.
That's right.
So it's more than a song. It's more than just something we read. It actually is a way of life. We need soul power, and we need it active. We need it in games. We need it touching folks, moving folks, like the music makes us move on the dance floor. Don't we know that that's what spirit is? You go to a party, you get down and celebrate, you don't stand locked to the wall. Even wildflowers have to come off the wall. Yeah, your spirit is right. In the squares, don't move. Get activated when the spirit is right. That's soul power. It goes without rhythm. Get busy with a soul power. You're untrained. You're unskilled. You're that's soul power. And you lift it up. Soul power. I know myself. Even with me a place on my head, I know I can make a move with me. I hope I ain't the only one. Gotta have it. You gotta want it. You need it. Stay. 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 I told you. Yes, you did.
All right. So now is the time where we open the floor. If we have any visitors for one who would like to make themselves known, say hello. So we can acknowledge you and say welcome to you. Not, we would also like to take this time to say if there are any of you who are not members of Jose, our doors are open, our hearts are open. We welcome you to become a part of this tribe, this church, this people, Jose. I will say, since my name has already been thrown out there today 4 or 5 or 1,000 times.
No, that's you.
If you are hearing what we've done today, if you hear my name, Minister Rana, as I speak it, I am learning it, I'm experiencing it. I am not a perfect person, and in truth, I don't strive to be, because at some point I think I'd stop learning, and that's no interest to me. One likes to learn.
Come on.
But I will say that in this community, what we spoke of in that we have to move forward from things that bind us. We have to move forward from things that get in the way of our becoming our best version of ourselves.
Yes.
And that when we have obstacles and memories and people and hatred and anger and frustration and resentment standing in the doorway, then you can't get in or out without having to kill it. So we would like to say, move along. Let us hope. One of the things that Barbara Minister spoke on was in the 10 different sorry, I'm losing my thought, but in the 10 virtues that he listed, one of them he spoke to was with regard to truth, and he used the word assimilate. And I had to remember what assimilate meant, because all I could think of was Star Trek. And that wasn't working for me. It was in the door, blocking my thoughts, blocking what I needed to get and assimilate. So I looked it up. And it spoke to taking in information, ideas, and culture and to understand them fully. So that whole type of healing that we're talking about, that not it just be what's going on in your head, not just what's going on in your body, not just what's going on in your attitude, but everything, and taking a look at it, stepping back and saying, how can I put some work in on all of this? The other part, the other thing with assimilate, which I thought was interesting, was the second one being to cause something to resemble or liken, and he was reading about truth. So what this is saying is causing you to resemble or liken the truth. That's power. That's power. The walk that we would want to be on, so that as the minister said, when people see you, when people interact with you, when people come in contact with you, people are working with you on a project or whatever it might be, that what you're giving to them, what you're reflecting to them, what they're reflecting to you, is something that gives you strength, it's something that nourishes you, it's something that encourages you. I would like to believe from what my experience is, that's what we do here in Los Angeles. But that's what we try to do. If there's someone now today who would like to be a part of that type of environment, who would like to know that there are people you can talk with, meet with, help, and mentor you, come forward. We're here for you. You know, I can just say this one last thing for me. Like he said, if it wasn't true for me, I wouldn't be here, because I know I've had times when I was mad at the world, or at least a good percentage of it. And I called, I'm gonna cry. Brace myself. I called on people within this community. And I said, Papa Time. Y'all call my name, I'm calling yours. I said, Papa Time. And Bobby Ty said, well, you want me to tell you the truth, right? Okay, no, never mind, I'm getting off the phone with you. So then I called somebody else. I could tell from the pause that they weren't gonna go where I wanted them to go. Because we are here, and they've been here for me, and they've been true for me, and they've been truth for me. But in that, it gave me what I needed to sit down with myself and my candles and my meditation and tell my own Black self what they were going to tell me. Because it was already there. But that's community. That's community. That's me. I've had my times when I picked up the phone, I've been so mad at someone here. And pick up the phone and call that person and say, okay, why are you calling me? Because it needed to happen. We're going to get through this phone call. But we got through the phone call, and it was, I love you. Sometimes, and I don't know if it's the right thing to say or the wrong thing to say, but sometimes when we leave God, it doesn't reside under the same roof that we live in. But it does, because Jose's roof is above that one. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yeah. The most. All right. We'll be here again. Actually, we'll be here next week. So if you go home and you think about it, go home and you want to bring a friend and want to feel how you might feel with us, we welcome. Yes. Yeah. Yes. I share. Okay, so we're gonna do a closing first circle. Oh,
Lift every voice.
thank you. We're gonna actually let every voice sing.
That is important. Make that 11 circle. Yeah, we need the team interaction.
They gonna say that's that card.
That team juice. Yeah.
We ready?
Yeah.
Till up in heaven, ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening stars. Let it resound loud as the rolling sea. Sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us. Rising sun of a new day become. Let us march on till victory is won.
And so as we are brought together and come together, we are one people,
One people.
one faith,
One faith,
one God,
one God,
one love,
one love,
one love,
one love,
one
One
love.
love.
Ah, yeah. Yes.
One God. One God.
And we call upon that God as we
Call upon
have.
that God that we have learned to call upon through the centuries as we close together and meet again and yet not depart from one another.
You are
Indeed,
the
the most
beautiful
beautiful
people
people
on the face of this earth.
That's right.